Welcome to another episode of Creator Daily. I'm your host, Michael, covering the top news stories, latest strategies, and emerging trends in the overall creator landscape. Today, we'll explore how content platforms are becoming a dynamic launchpad for female entrepreneurs in the MENA region. Then we'll dive into the Fediverse and what it means for the future of social media. Also on deck, Meta shares their new approaches to generative AI transparency. What does that mean for us creators? Plus, Threads is testing out a tempting new feature to save posts. Could this be a game changer? For the podcasters tuning in, YouTube is rolling out a fresh RSS feed integration, which could benefit your distribution strategy. TikTok is at it again, now testing a creative new way to boost interaction between creators and their paying subscribers. Lastly, we'll touch on Google's AI rebrand. Meet Gemini. Exciting times ahead, so let's jump right in. Small businesses led by female entrepreneurs in the Middle East and North Africa, MENA region, are harnessing the power of content platforms like TikTok to expand their reach and drive success. These platforms serve as a cost-effective medium for marketing, connecting entrepreneurs with wide audiences, and building brand loyalty through authentic engagement. In the MENA region, which has high internet and mobile usage, the ability to overcome geographic limitations and engage with a global audience is invaluable. Content creation platforms offer a unique opportunity for businesses to share their story and align with cultural narratives which resonate deeply with local audiences. Female entrepreneurs in particular are benefiting from the power of these platforms. They're not just using them to market their products, but also to challenge societal norms and carve out influential spaces in their industries. The creative use of platforms like TikTok through short videos, trending hashtags, and challenges enables them to showcase their brand identity and reach potential customers. Moreover, TikTok's recommendation system ensures content can be discovered by interested users globally, providing an equitable chance for visibility. This digital exposure is key to economic empowerment, allowing women to monetize their brands and secure financial independence. Initiatives like TikTok's Creator Hub also play a crucial role by spotlighting women-led businesses and fostering environments for their growth. As a result, content platforms are becoming essential catalysts for entrepreneurial success, shaping an inclusive and dynamic business landscape for female entrepreneurs in the MENA region. On a personal level, Kinda Ibrahim, Regional General Manager of Operations at TikTok for the Middle East, Turkey, Africa, Pakistan, and South Asia, is at the forefront of these changes. With over 17 years of international experience in digital media and content strategy, Ibrahim is instrumental in maintaining TikTok's diverse community and expanding the platform's presence in the region. Her previous roles have included Director of Media Partnerships at Twitter for the Middle East, Turkey, and Africa, as well as Editor-in-Chief at Microsoft for English MSN Arabia. In summary, platforms like TikTok are serving as more than just marketing tools. They're gateways to empowerment, innovation, and economic growth for female entrepreneurs in the MENA region, heralding a future rich with diversity and dynamism in business. The Fediverse is making waves in the realm of social networking with its novel approach to interconnectivity. It might sound complex, but think of it like this. Imagine if platforms like X, Facebook, Instagram, and others allowed you to share content seamlessly among them, even letting you carry your followers and content across different networks. That's the Fediverse's basic principle, enabled by an open protocol known as ActivityPub. However, it's not just one new social network, it's a whole ecosystem of them, and despite the impression this isn't a fresh-out-of-the-oven concept, it's grounded in an internet philosophy dating back to 2014 or earlier. Lately, with high-profile changes in social media companies, doubts about platform stability are driving people towards the Fediverse. Folks are looking for a social space where they can move freely, taking their entire network with them without risk of losing connections or content. What stands out is ActivityPub operates like an enormous content bucket, gathering posts, likes, comments, and follows from across different apps. It's akin to email, where despite various clients and services, the underlying system remains consistent and interoperable. Mastodon has been a frontrunner in the ActivityPub world, yet the Fediverse transcends any single app or service. It's about the larger connectivity across these platforms. In addition to Mastodon, there are others like PixelFed, akin to Instagram, Lemmy, similar to Reddit, and PeerTube, which is forging a YouTube-esque path, to name a few. Interoperability is at the heart of the Fediverse. Imagine liking a post on one app and seeing it in your notifications on another. It's a vision of a web where your choices of interface, moderation, and sorting of content are yours to make, not confined within the walls of one dominant platform. However, this decentralized and interconnected approach does come with challenges, notably in discovery tools and the individual burden of server management, content moderation, and the complexity of having a dispersed data. As for mainstream platforms, don't hold your breath for them to join the Fediverse anytime soon. Meta, for instance, is edging towards it with Threads, but a complete transition for the likes of Facebook and Instagram remains implausible. The Fediverse stands as a promising yet complicated shift towards a more open, user-controlled social web. It'll take some time to establish itself, especially since migrating away from the likes of Instagram, where communities are already deeply rooted, isn't a swift or easy sell. In the end, though it's still early days with no mainstream hits yet, the Fediverse embodies a quieter revolution in social networking, a space where you control your content, your connections, and your online social experience. Meta is stepping up its game when it comes to generative AI by setting new standards for transparency on its platforms. With artificial intelligence technology rapidly advancing, the company is introducing rules that will require users to declare if their content is AI-generated. They're also working on implementing systems to detect AI usage, though this is challenging since many watermarking options can be circumvented. Meta is aiming to establish industry standards in partnership with other tech providers. They're developing tools to identify AI-generated markers and images at scale, in line with technical standards from organizations like C2PA and IPTC. These efforts mean content from big names like Google, OpenAI, Microsoft, and others could be labeled as AI created when these companies add metadata to their images. However, there's a catch. While AI image generators are starting to include these markers, there's no equivalent for AI-generated audio and video yet, making it hard for Meta to detect and label content from these mediums. In response, Meta is adding a feature that lets people disclose the use of AI in their audio and video shares so the platform can label it appropriately. If users don't use this tool, particularly for realistic photorealistic videos or audio, they might face penalties. This proactive approach reflects broader concerns within the tech industry, especially regarding the risk of misinformation. Google has been advocating for a cautious approach to releasing AI tools to the public due to potential misuse. We've already seen how AI-generated images can cause confusion, with instances ranging from the humorous to the dangerously deceptive. Meta acknowledges the challenges with audio and video AI detection and emphasizes its efforts to develop harder-to-eject digital watermarking options. Meanwhile, the U.S. government is forming working groups to regulate AI, signaling the beginning of a long road towards a comprehensive management framework. All this comes amid important elections worldwide in 2024, highlighting the urgency of dealing with AI's implications. As the U.S. races against global competitors like China in AI development, discussions continue about whether regulation should come before or after new technologies are released. There's a sense that we're playing catch-up with AI advancements, trying to establish controls for a genie that's already out of the bottle. But with Meta's initiatives, combined with other tech leaders and legislators, more safeguards could be established to manage the emerging AI landscape. In the realm of social media, the app Threads is stepping up its game by testing a new feature that has been in high demand, the ability to save posts. This addition will make it easier for users to hold on to content they find interesting, aligning Threads with other major platforms like Instagram. The Save option appears in the three-dot menu of the posts for those in the test group and can be accessed later from one's profile menu. While Threads is making these improvements as part of Meta's initiative to compete with the platform X, currently led by Elon Musk, it still has a long way to go, despite having a reported 130 million monthly active users. X has recently been in the spotlight for various reasons, including high-profile interviews and exclusive content, suggesting a surge in app downloads and user interest. Amidst this, there's been some skepticism surrounding user data from X. For instance, web traffic stats have been cited to suggest X is outperforming apps like TikTok and Instagram, but these numbers don't account for app usage, the primary way people interact with social media platforms. This casts doubts on the claims that X is ahead, considering the data is not representative of the total usage. As the Super Bowl approaches, all eyes will be on social media platforms to see which will dominate in user engagement. With the recent focus on real-time discussion, the world will watch closely to see if Thread's new additions will help it stand up against the heavyweights like X in capturing the audience's attention during these significant events. For all the podcasters out there looking to broaden their audience, YouTube's latest update could be a game changer. They've rolled out a new RSS feed integration, aimed at making the lives of podcast content creators a whole lot easier. With this feature, podcasters can automatically upload their episodes directly to YouTube via RSS feeds connected to YouTube Studio. This means every time you drop a new podcast episode, YouTube will craft a static image video of that episode and pop it onto your channel. Goodbye to the days of manually creating and uploading videos for each podcast session. Utilizing this new integration is pretty straightforward. Creators simply head over to the Create button in YouTube Studio, select Submit RSS feed, and follow the on-screen prompts to get connected. If you've already got podcasts on YouTube, you just dive into the Content tab and link your RSS feed there. Why is this a big deal? Well, it turns digital marketing and content creation up a notch by saving podcasters precious time and allowing them to tap into YouTube's vast audience with minimal effort. Plus, as they continue to test and refine this feature, YouTube is gathering feedback from users to make sure they're offering a valuable tool for podcast distribution. So with just a few clicks, your podcast can join the ranks of YouTube's content catalog, potentially attracting more ears, eyes, and subscribers to your work. TikTok is experimenting with a new feature aimed at boosting creator subscriber engagement called Subspace. This tool is designed as a private chat room inside TikTok Live, exclusively for paying subscribers. It comes as part of TikTok's live subscription offerings and essentially allows creators to provide a focused interaction space for their financial supporters during live video streams or through text chats alongside the stream. This initiative could lead to an uptick in subscriptions, particularly for well-known creators with strong followings on the platform. There's a potential downside for non-paying viewers, however, as creators might prioritize the subscriber's chat over the public one, thereby encouraging more viewers to switch to the paid subscription for personal interaction. This test is part of TikTok's ongoing push to emphasize live streams and in-stream shopping within the app, following the successful model of live shopping as a key revenue stream in Douyin, the Chinese counterpart of TikTok. Although in-stream shopping hasn't caught on in Western markets as much, TikTok is optimistic, citing a rise in in-app spending driven largely by creator donations. This suggests users are becoming more comfortable with transactions within the app. In China, Douyin saw over $274 billion in product sales through the app in 2023, marking a 60% increase year over year. For comparison, global TikTok users spent around $4 billion in the app during the same period. With such figures, TikTok's drive to blend live stream enhancements with in-app shopping seems poised to continue, despite some user resistance due to increasing commercialization within the platform. In the ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence, Google is making a significant move by consolidating its AI products under one name, Gemini. The tech giant is rebranding its chatbot, previously known as Bard, introducing a dedicated Gemini app for Android, and also integrating all the Duet AI features from Google Workspace into the Gemini brand. The most robust version of Google's large language model, Gemini Ultra 1.0, is now released to the public. Gemini, which functions as an assistant, chatbot, and search engine, takes a prominent place within Google's ecosystem. For Android users, installing the new Gemini app allows it to be set as the default assistant, stepping into the shoes of Google Assistant when summoned with the familiar "Hey Google" prompt or a long home button press. Google has been gradually shifting focus away from Assistant, signaling a strong belief in Gemini's potential. While there's no dedicated iOS app for Gemini, as Apple doesn't allow default assistant changes, iPhone users can access Gemini's AI features through the Google app, which now features a toggle to switch between traditional search and Gemini, highlighting its importance within the company. As for pricing, Google introduced the Gemini Advanced subscription as part of the Google One AI Premium plan, costing $20 a month. This plan includes 2 TB of Google Drive storage and additional perks, positioning Gemini Ultra as a competitor in the high-end AI bot market. Gemini Ultra offers extended context retention and is capable of more complex tasks, such as coding and logical reasoning. With Google going all in on Gemini, the pressure is on to stay competitive with other AI powerhouses and to build compelling consumer products, as well as enticing developers to use Gemini's platform. As Google commits to being an AI-focused company, Gemini is poised to become as pivotal to the company as its search engine once was. That's a wrap on today's episode of Creator Daily. I'm your host, Michael, and it's been a pleasure bringing you the latest scoops and insights from the ever-evolving creator landscape. Don't forget to dive a little deeper into any topic we discussed today by checking out the show notes. There, you'll find all the links and extra info you're after. Got thoughts or questions about what we talked about today? I'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email at creatordaily@podcrafter.com. Your feedback and ideas are what keep this show growing and improving, so don't be shy. Reach out. Make sure to tune in again for the next episode, where we'll continue to unpack the top news stories, strategies, and trends that are shaping the creator world. Until then, keep creating, stay inspired, and thanks for listening to Creator Daily. Catch you next time.